Hey guys, my name is Ryan.
And my name is Miska.
And welcome to Overwatch Central. So Season 4 is ending at the end of this month, then pretty much like a week's time Season 5 may start. And here at Overwatch Central we always want to push players into learning new heroes and set themselves goals for further seasons. However, having just a week away from competitive play to practice other heroes just isn't enough. So we wanted to go over 6 heroes you should probably start practicing now that may be super strong during Season 5. Do let us know your heroes that you would suggest players to learn to in the comments below, see if they match up with ours, or there might just be some other good shouts as well.
But before we begin, we just want to give a shout out to our sponsor for this video. We're working with Gamerlink again, a looking for group app available for Android and iOS. It's the perfect app if you're looking for more people to play Overwatch with. Lots of useful features on there. One of them is the classic beacon, which allows you to find other players. You can use tags for rank, age, competitive, quick play, microphone or not, that sort of thing. They've also just added a bunch of new features to the app, such as group chat and that sort of thing. You can go and download it right now, it's free, link is in the description. Anyway, let's get back to the video.
We wanted to pick a full team's worth of heroes that have different transferable skills. Some are easier to play than others, but if you're used to playing similar heroes in that subset, you may find it super easy to transition. I want to first start talking about the supports, and our first hero we want to highlight is Zenyatta. Zen has been overshadowed by Ana for months now, and with Lucio being considered a must pick still, there doesn't seem to be any space for Zenyatta. Well, with Dive becoming more of an aggressive yet effective tactic, Zen is sometimes preferred over Ana and Mercy in more offensive ways. Much like a lot of the heroes in that list, he can be troublesome to deal with as his overall playtime in competitive is nowhere near the same levels as Ana or Mercy, meaning that a good Zenyatta can be difficult to contain, especially if they start to snowball because people just aren't used to it maybe. So if you're a vocal player that wants to support your team but also dictate the way of play, then we definitely recommend picking up Zenyatta, especially if you play a lot of Ana and Lucio.
Speaking of Lucio, that would be our second choice for Season 5. I know what you're thinking right now, Lucio is a very vanilla and standard pick, and yeah, you might be right, he at least used to be quite straightforward. But with the recent changes, he has become incredibly fun to play and very viable. The radius nerf has made the hero play more proactively instead of passively healing, and now Lucio can do some incredible damage as well actually. I feel that overall players tend to avoid Lucio over the other support options because the other ones are a bit more techy and can just do a bit more shooting, which we all love. And sometimes when you play Lucio, it can feel like you don't have much of a direct impact on the game. Before it was very difficult to tell the difference between a good Lucio or a bad Lucio, but now the hero has a lot more hidden depth in his system, and if you can master that, you'll be surprised of how useful you can be playing the DJ.
Next up we're going to talk about tanks, and most of you could expect to see Roadhog on the list somewhere. When it comes to self-sustain and getting things done yourself, there is no better hero than Roadhog for securing easy picks. Roadhog's hook has changed a lot along with his weapon spread, but really he can fit into a multitude of teams. He doesn't quite fit with Dive, but he's a good answer against it, so long as he sits with his supports to protect them. It really comes down to being a tank character, so not having to compete for a DPS slot, having the ability to kill confirm yourself and punish bad positioning of the enemy, and also keeping yourself alive when the healers can't do that. He's the middle of the park hero, jack of all trades, so he's definitely worth practicing.
Our other tank is Diva, and she's a hero we've wanted to speak about for quite a while actually. Pharah and Hitscan are on a rampage at the moment, and Diva's popularity as of late has surged. Whilst again she isn't as strong as she used to be, she's obviously being picked by the pros a lot more for a reason. She's a good way of mitigating some of that crazy DPS coming in, and is effective against strong ultimate combos even like Nano Visor or the Grab Justice combo. Again, she can work alongside a Reinhardt or Winston or just any other tank combination really. She can put out a decent amount of damage as well, and has got the mobility to chase down targets if needed.
Now finally, let's go over the DPS to fill out this team, and the first hero we want to talk about is Tracer. Now much like a lot of the other DPS options in the past, such as Pharah and Reaper, the meta is dictated where Tracer currently stands in it, and it can be really difficult to deal with a strong Tracer. She's got great mobility, great damage, and can shut down important targets, and really the only solid counter I would say to her would be McCree. She has great synergy with the likes of Zarya and co, and can really use heroes like Roadhog and Reinhardt as ult batteries to make sure that she always has a pulse bomb handy. She's also incredibly fun to play, let's not forget that as well. So if you do play a lot of hit scan and want to play a hero that is even trickier to play but also much trickier to deal with, then I would definitely suggest Tracer in this scenario. Compared to the likes of Genji and Pharah, there are much less options to deal with an important Tracer, so I'd definitely suggest putting on your running shoes for this one.
Next up is a hero that has been on top for a while actually, but will definitely stay there, and you guessed it, it's Pharah. Pharah has always sort of been there, but been a little bit off meta a bit now and again, but with the recent rise of pharmacy and just domination of the skies, Pharah has been more prominent than ever before. Now with Solar 76 nerfed as well, Pharah should just be that little bit better that should bring her to the top of the meta, at least at the start of Season 5. You never know what happens after that, but to us, Pharah seems like a pretty safe bet as a great hero to play for Season 5. We've not heard any sort of reaction from Blizzard about this, and nothing that indicates any coming Pharah nerfs at all actually. So right now it's looking like a great hero to pick up and play, and to those of you that are already Pharah mains, you are in luck, and I think you will do very well in the next season.
And that's it for this time. Thank you very much for watching. Do let us know what you think of our picks, whether you disagree or agree entirely. Do let us know as well if you want to plan to play any other heroes for Season 5. I've always said that I've wanted to play more off tanks, but I've never really dedicated to it. But I do want to play a little bit more Diva, as she is pretty useful in this current meta at the moment. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and until next time, take care. We'll see you then.